now. So Julia and Jennifer, do you want to share your screen? And then we will all mute. And whoever's going to go first. And I would suggest doing the same intro into your what you've done this summer, what are the features that you're going to cover, so that we can follow, okay?
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So we did draw up like a little bit of a schedule for the demo. I'm not sure how strictly Jen and I are going to adhere to it, but it looked something like that. So we'll just try to run through everything and kind of go back and forth, so it makes the most sense order-wise. And I'll also give you the link for the demo site that we have up right now. So that's right there. And I guess I'll just start with talking about the layout changes I made to the home page. So as you can see, it looks, I mean, the color scheme's about the same, but I did remove a lot of the dead space at the top here, and I got rid of some of the gray from the background, so it looked a little brighter and cleaner, I guess. And also a lot of the features here, like the chronological map slider and the media filters, those are all gone as well, so that hopefully the page will load a little faster. So yeah, that's about that part of it. The main like layout changes are like the little heading up here and all of that. And another big difference here is the filter search that has Jen's characters right here. She'll talk about those after I'm done with this. But so the filter search bar, if you know, we're looking for reports that feature the keyword school, you could do that, and then they will dynamically update on the map filter here. So Jen, do you want to talk about the characters?
Hello, sorry, I just jumped in, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm really sorry. 1 second. Can you scroll down a little? I can't see the characters.
Oh.
Yeah, there they are. Yeah, so basically, we've introduced Azerbaijani characters in case if someone, for example, doesn't know how to spell the English word of Baku. So you can use the characters if you click them. As you can see, the letters are typed into the search field, and you can just use it for your filter.
Okay, and let's see, what do we have next on the list? Wait, Jen, do you want to do the partial keyword search?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to just go there on the?
I think something went wrong when we merged our changes. So if you want,
okay,
I can go on my local host.
Okay. So do you want to do a local host screen share then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm really proud of that, so I really want to show you guys.
Yeah, whenever you merge a bunch of changes together, there's bound to be something that doesn't work quite right. So so yeah, there's just a couple little things we're ironing out, but.
Okay, cool. Can you all see?
Yes.
Good. So basically, the idea of this is that I I adapted this filter, this report filter here. So I eliminated a few filters. And then the problem was that, for example, you had to type in the full name in order to get the results. Let's look at this report. This is a test. For example, our contact person is called Michael Smith. So before the changes, I had to type in the whole name in order to get this. Now I can also just say, this guy is called Michael, and I get the same result. Also,
That's really cool.
yeah, let's look. The counterpart name is Sam Rayner. For example, if I don't know, if I know the name, but I don't know if it's the contact person or director name or whatever, we also have a keyword search, and I hope that works. I can just say, this guy's called Sam, whoever that is. So I click on the reports, and yeah, there it is.
That's awesome. If you start searching on a name, like if it's M-I-C-H, would that work too, instead of like the full Michael?
You mean just a few letters?
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
X.
Nice. Very cool.
Okay. What's next on the list?
I think it's the stuff added to submitting reports. Do you want to talk about the map zoom first?
Yeah, let's go here. Perfect. Okay, next thing is if we submit reports, we've got again the characters here, and I changed the map. So like one of the requirements was that according to your feedback, when you scroll down, sometimes the map zooms in as well. So what I've done with the maps is that I've restricted the mouse wheel completely, so you can just scroll over the map and it won't react. So the way you can zoom in and out, you just use those zoom in and out buttons. But also you cannot zoom out further than this. So I click here, nothing happens, because you don't actually need to see the whole world. You only want to see the country of Azerbaijan. And again here, the characters are really useful, because if I let's just look for some location. I can just use those letters for the Azerbaijani characters. Well, and it works here as well. Do you want to continue going through everything?
Yeah, I can keep going on that. I had a bunch of things for the report submission. So let's see here. So one of the things on the list was for having the text field have some way for it so that volunteers could see what they were typing and they wouldn't have to scroll. So if you start putting like a lot of text in here and you type down to the bottom, it will automatically expand to fill whatever you have in there, and it will also go the other way, so that way you don't have to scroll and try to figure out what you had already typed in there. Another thing on the list was making it easier for the to enter dates that were far apart. So here I've just enabled the month and year selection. So rather than having to click the arrows, dozens of times, now you can just select the appropriate year and month, and it makes that a lot easier. Another thing was having the kind of subtext description about the fields be below the title here and in a different color font. So this can all be set in the form settings page where you can provide a description for each one of the fields, and it will show up here underneath that. And then let's see. Oh yeah, another one of the things was when a volunteer was filling out a form and then they forgot to fill in a required field, it would revert back to the primary assignment one. So if you are filling out, say, this one here, and you put in some information, you forget to fill out some of these required forms, and you try to submit that, it will stay on the same one, and none of the information you entered will be lost and have to be entered again. So that just makes that a little nicer for everybody. And I think that's it for the report submission here. So Jen, do you want to talk about the opportunities page?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me? Cool, let's do this. Where is it?
I think Annie's getting jealous right now.
If you guys could see me, I'm sitting here with a huge smile on my face. I'm so happy.
Unmute the video. What the heck? Let's see it.
Cool. Can you see it?
I would blind you with my smile.
So basically the idea of the opportunities page is that volunteers, when they fill in a report, they can, where is it? They can say that they're searching for a resource. Like, for example, currently there's no resource needed. But if I was to fill in a report and say, I'm looking for a minibus, for example, it would say the date here, the report title here, and I can also click on this link. I think it should work here. Yeah, I can actually show you. This is how it would work. And then I click on the report, and I'll see it.
Yeah, you were volunteering.
Sorry? And then, hello? Is everyone here?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Sorry. And then there's another table that shows me resources that are available. So any volunteer can submit a new resource or opportunity. And you just fill in what resource you want to offer, your name, then the dates when they're available, like this resource is available. You can just choose how you want it to be contacted and any additional information. And I will show up here. Yeah, and we also added a function, which I will show you later, that you can select whether you want this opportunity page to be shown or not. Yeah, I think that's it so far for the opportunities page.
Jen, I have a question.
Yeah.
The in search of, could you review that part one more time?
Search of, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Actually, if you want me to, I could submit a report, because then it should show up.
Those are being filtered right off of the reports, right?
Yeah, this is the field
Okay.
where you can type in, you can fill in resource, and then it will go automatically to the opportunities page.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And then, how long does it stay on the opportunity? Will it stay there forever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we can think about, whether people can just delete them themselves,
Okay.
or only, I think, so far only the admin can do it on a database. So they will stay. At the moment, they will stay forever.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. That is so cool. So cool.
Do you want to continue, Julia?
Yeah, I'll talk about the download. So, like before, the only options for downloading reports were either in CSV or KML formats, neither of which are very human readable. So I added an HTML option, which will create just a plain HTML table, but that is very roomy and has a lot of space, so it's easy to read. And another thing I added was a search thing that's very similar to the filter search for the map. So again, like if I was only looking for reports that had the word school, I would say, I would say download, and I think I'll have to share this. Can you see this too?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is what it looks like. So this could just be like downloaded and opened in any web browser, or it could just be like copy and pasted into Microsoft Word, and would also probably look fine there. But yeah, it's just a lot nicer of a format for people to read anyway. So that's available from the download reports tab.
That's cool.
And let's see here, what's next? Oh, okay. Jen, did you want to talk about, so we can get onto the admin side of things, like the file thing you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right, can you all see?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The stitching all the time. Yeah, so one of the requirements or like problems was that I think there was a problem with loading screenshots. When I looked into it, I saw that I think the problem wasn't actually loading them, but the user didn't get any feedback from the file manager, which is this bit here. So I just made it look a bit nicer, edited text, and added a few messages so the user actually knows what's going on. Because sometimes you would upload a photo and you don't know whether it's on the server now or not. So adding an image with a URL works fine now. Let's test this. You just say insert image, you get the preview, and it's here. And then if I want to upload it on the server, there was at the start there was no text here, so no one really knew what's going on. So I added this upload to file to the server, so you can choose a new file. And let's say I want to upload a new image. I get a bit of a buggy message back, but at least I'm getting something. I need to work on that. And for example, if I want to delete it, it says the file was deleted and it's gone. So that was mainly the change, because the functionality worked, but the file manager never said, or it never returned a message whether it was working or not. So now it does it. Yeah, and it works.
Okay, awesome. So some other things on the admin side. Oh, another thing that you didn't see, but we'll see in a minute, but when you log into the site, you don't go to your dashboard here. You go directly to the home page, so that's just one less click. But another thing that I had to figure out how to best implement was changing the default report title and description that come with every single form when they don't always necessarily make sense for that form. So each form now has its own, if you go to edit form fields, each one has its own thing called advanced settings now. And if you click on that, you can give a custom name for the report title. you can give a custom name for the field that's always called description, or if you just don't want that description field hanging out in there at all, you can just set it to no. And then if you go and look at how that looks for when somebody submits a report, then like if the description field isn't active, it goes away, and then the new title for whatever you want to put there is now appears there. So there won't have to be those just default fields hanging out in there anymore. And another thing with submitting reports is that report notifications was a big thing that I worked on. So if I submitted a new report, and oops, I submitted that, and then then an admin would go to approve the report. Okay, let's go to reports. And then, so here's like two reports hanging out in here. Let's say the admin approves both of those reports. Now, since the admin was the one who approved them, the admin won't get any kind of notification because that would just be redundant. The admin already knows they approved the reports. But if I logged out and logged in as just say a member to the site, they would say, oh, I had already approved that one previously. That's why it says 1. But they would go to the reports and say, oh, here's some new reports here that I haven't seen before. And the reason that one said 1 is because this report here, I had been testing it. If a report is like approved and they view it and then it's unapproved, and then it's approved again. Not that that would really happen in real life, but theoretically, if it was, they're not going to receive notifications over and over again for the same reports. So yeah, they can, and then every time they view the reports tab, all the reports go away. So yeah, that's kind of handy. That doesn't exist for the opportunities page right now, just because I was working on report notifications and Jen was working on the opportunities page, but it is there for reports. So yeah. And Jen, is there anything else you had to talk about?
No, I think we talked about everything really that we implemented.
Yeah, and if there's still like a couple of little things that need to be worked out, but everyone has the link to the demo site. I'll just post it here again, and you can log in just like using username admin, password admin, or you could log in as a member to see the member view of it, and you can go on and test that out and see how that all looks. But yeah, I think that was pretty much everything I had to talk about as well.
This is really awesome. Nice work.
Great. Annie, Amy, do you have any other comments or questions?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is amazing. This looks great. Thank you guys so much for all of your hard work. I did have a quick question under admin, and I do kind of just want to mess around with the site a little bit first. But as far as like changing things for admin to like apply to other Peace Corps sites, is there some way that we can change the map? Can you choose which country that you can focus on?
Yeah.
I know right now it's Azerbaijan, but
if you go to the yeah, I guess we didn't really show the settings page that much. I'll just talk about that briefly.
Okay.
But oops, I'm logging as a member. Of course that won't work. So if I log in as an admin or a super admin doesn't. Oopsie daisy. I'm just logging as admin. Doesn't. Okay. So if I log in, oh look, I have notifications. But if I go to my settings page, and so there's a bunch of different settings here. So map is one of them. and you can set your default country. This wasn't anything we did. This was there before, but there's lots of stuff you can configure for the map. And then also for some of the things we worked on, like you saw that for the home page, I basically got rid of everything. But that's not like the only way it has to be. Say if there was some other deployment of this and they were like, oh, I want to have those media filters on the home page, you can just switch these settings and save that, and so you can customize what's going to be on there. Likewise, on this big settings page here, here's Jen's opportunities thing right here, which you can enable or disable. Down here I have where the user is going to redirect. I also have report notifications, so all of these things can be turned on and off. And if we go back to the home page, you'll see now the media filters are back. So it's really just you can customize it in a lot of different ways for the particular deployment.
And Julia, do people sign up to have access to this, or do admins actually add them?
I think I'm not sure if on this you can if I logged out. Yeah, I think you can just create an account right here, but also admin can add as many members as they like.
The way that we did it in country was the admins were adding everyone onto it, and I think because we had privacy settings, it would have been difficult for someone to create an account and join that map, I think.
Okay.
But because we were doing it that way, I'm not sure how it would have worked if someone had an account and wanted to join. But yeah, we had been adding people individually.
Right, I don't think I don't, like on this test deployment here, I don't have, I mean there's some privacy, but like you can still view the whole thing, so I think if somebody wanted to request an account, they could, but I think you can turn that off as well.
Okay.
If someone did sign up for an account, so would it then have to be approved by the admin before they got access, or?
I believe so, like I think that's again, if you go back to the settings page, I think that's also somewhere on the general settings that we have here, like there's allow users to submit reports. Here's manually approve users. Right now it's set the no, require user email confirmation. So right now it's not a very private deployment, but again, anybody can just go and change those settings and make it that way depending on what you want.
I think, Julie, if you can go ahead and change that now, since we do have, since it is actually public, and we want to actually restrict it to just this group for right now. That would be perfect.
I think that will do it. Yeah. Great. Okay, cool.
And that's good. Those are good questions for deployment, Matthew, so that, you know, you could have one deployment and maybe just have several admins per post. You'll just probably by email or by assignment or something like that.
Yeah.
Would be best.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
And we had talked about the site being like unsearchable on the internet. Is that still the case? Like, unless you have the actual name of the website, you cannot like Google it.
I would think. Rose, do you know anything about that?
Well,
I would assume there's no like Google Analytics or anything going on right now, but do you know about that?
No, it's not. However, anything that's posted on the internet is always being archived. So, and then when you have archiving like that, you know, Google, the search is not necessarily Google, but all the search engines will pick it up. So, let me research that. I know that was a question on another project that we had as well. And I know there's a way. We just have to submit, I think, request for that. And this might be something, Matthew, when you all are talking about deployment and having it access, particularly you may want to do some type of intranet for your, I don't know if you have an intranet for your volunteers, but that might be a way to go as well. logging into a portal or something, and then having this accessible within that portal. So that might be something too,
Yeah.
an option.
But now that I changed the privacy settings on here, even if you like try to go to the main page now, it makes you log in. So at least in the meantime, you can't just access the internals of the site.
Good. That's good. Well, that's a one way to keep it private as well.
Yeah, and that's an admin feature too, so you could turn that on and off so that
Right.
anyone who wants to view the map has to log in.
And instead of having to create an account, you can just have a link to it, request an account. Maybe instead of creating an account, request an account, and it goes an email to your admin person, and that's another way to control.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What are the other steps left in terms of making this the production site?
Well, this is on our dev server, so once we have completed all of the features and all the bugs are printed out, we can put it on a production server, and you and I probably need to talk offline. We can keep it on ours, and then when you're ready to move it to a Peace Corps server, we can do that as well.
Okay.
I have a question for Julie and Jennifer. Is there any indication of
Did you drop off there?
Yeah, I think I dropped off. Am I?
Okay.
Can you guys tell if this will be easier, if the will run quicker for with weak internet connections?
I heard something about internet connections, but you broke off there a little. Were you saying would it be faster? Is that what you said? I couldn't really make that out.
Yeah. Like, can you tell? Yeah. This will kind of later.
I think what I was.
Hey, Amy, could you mute your video? If you hover your mouse over the top, you'll see a video. You can turn it off. Video uses a lot of bandwidth. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, try again. Try again, Annie.
I'm getting the colorful wheel of death here, and I'm stuck. So.
Oh.
We can hear you though. Keep going.
As soon as it comes back, I'll turn my video off.
Okay, but go ahead and ask your question again.
So, is there any indication of whether this version of Crowdmap will run quicker on weaker internet connections? Is this like a lighter version? Can we tell that yet?
Well, one thing I noticed when I was, going on the regular Crowdmap one, even like me, with good Wi-Fi access, it was very slow to begin with, and I think there were some other things. I think that Crowdmap server had implemented that were just slowing down the site. Because I would be sitting here even where every other page would load with lightning speed, and the Crowdmap server would just seem to be very slow to begin with. So what I can tell, the site is quick, and I think you'll also find just testing this one that it seems to be a lot faster. Partially from some of the changes that we made, and I think also partially because it just doesn't have all the Crowdmap things that were slowing it down.
Okay. Okay.
And also too, this is on a dedicated server for this project. So the only thing that's on here right now is Crowdmap, and we wanted to make sure that even for development and testing as well, that we had something that didn't have to use up any other resources that could have been from another application. So this is a dedicated server for this particular project. I think it's going to be that same way for all of the Peace Corps projects, to have a dedicated server. And the technology behind this, Matthew, I'll send you all of the specs, but it's on our GitHub as well. But we are using AWS, and so everything is installed locally for all of the applications that we needed. So.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Amy, did you have anything else? I think we lost Annie.
No. Well, yeah, I do. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Okay. So this looks good to me. I just kind of want to have a little bit of time to mess around with it. So as far as next steps, like what does the rest of our timeline look like for this project?
So I haven't really. We're wrapping up our program this week. We're doing all the evaluations, and then next week I will take some time to look at the timeline and look at the features. What I will have all of the students do is what features they didn't get a chance to complete, that they actually enter them in in our repo, and then we can revisit, and then I'll probably have to merge what we have. If everything goes, if Angela and Linda says it's fine, we can move it to Peace Corps repo, then we'll move it to there. If this is everything, we probably need to look at all of the features that we've implemented. If you're okay with that, then that could be our first release, and then we can move from there, and then just continuously build on with new features or something. But we'll probably have to look at the timeline, look at the features that you want, have some time to play around with it for about a week.
Yeah.
And then get back to the team. Julia and Jennifer, are you both staying on? Probably not full time, but most of the time. Just completing some of the features, or
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it. I really wanna continue. I've got one task that I wanna finish as well.
okay,
So I'm absolutely happy to, like, if you wanna improve or change some things that we've already done, then we can do that.
okay.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
And so we actually are going to probably start recruiting some folks for this particular project. We'll have an opportunity at our conference in October. We're having an open source day, and I know one of the projects that we are working on is this one. So we'll have an opportunity to have build on more, and then we'll just work from there. I'll work really closely with both of you. And Annie, I don't know if you're continuing on just from a volunteer standpoint. That would be great too for us to have a user on the team from a user perspective. And then Matthew, I can work with you on, some of the technical issues and then how to actually deploy.
Yep.
That sounds good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amy, how'd the briefing go? I was hoping to hear in person.
Yeah, I thought it went pretty well. I tried to cover all the points that we had talked about, and the director seemed really interested and excited to see like the final rollout. So
Awesome.
everyone's excited. Yeah.
Good.
Very cool.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. That was awesome.
So as soon as this video closes, it takes a little bit for Google to post, and then I will send out the link to this particular demo so that you'll have it and you can have a reference to it as well. So take the next week or two to really play around with it. I think Julia has already given you the access, so take some time to do that. Play around with it, and I'll have some more instructions on where you should put the features and things like that. So we can keep a running log of it as well.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for demoing this. This was awesome to see.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
great.
Our pleasure.
This was fantastic. It really addressed like all of the requirements that we talked about, and it looks so good.
Good. I'm glad. I think the students did an amazing job on with the limited time that they had. It was very helpful that you both were on board as well to give a user perspective, and so they were able to prioritize the features and then really tackle them as a team. And Linda and Angela have been super super, super helpful for them. And with the code reviews that we have regularly, came together really, really, really nicely. So I'm glad you're pleased. I am very pleased.
Go team.
Go team. Crowdmap
And
team.
Jill and Linda, you guys too. That was fantastic. It looks so good.
Yeah, great work. Okay, everyone. Until next time, we should get together again soon. Hopefully, we'll do that online. That's perfectly okay. But have a great week.
All right.
Thanks, Rose.
very much, everyone.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
you.
Bye.